Now, supplements are great, and they're the least important of those 7. So the things you have full control over is sleep, hydration, nutrition, training, mobility, breath work. Supplementation you pay for, so that's what the industry focuses on.
Where's your breathing? Is it up top chest, in which case you're likely in an activated state, or are you breathing down into your belly button? Picture a balloon blowing up as you inhale. Where's your breath at all times? That is essentially where your nervous system and your level of arousal is.
Conscious couples, business partners, and individuals, welcome to the Conscious Couples podcast, where we share our life, love story, and relationship expertise to help you consistently cultivate the most magnificent relationship possible.
Never again will you feel hopeless and alone in your intimate relationship challenges. We'll help you have the courage to be your authentic self, communicate effectively, and constructively resolve conflict.
Having accumulated thousands of hours coaching, speaking, podcasting, and hosting live events with conscious couples all over the world, Alan and I are here to guide you in all things relationships.
Thank you again for tuning into the one place where it's not about you or me, it's about the we.
Conscious couples and individuals, welcome back to another very special episode of the Conscious Couples podcast. Today, for episode 214, is health a priority in your relationship? This is going to be sort of a part 2 from the last one. Couples who get fit together, stay together. Because Emilia and I realized that we are deeply passionate about this topic, and we think it's so important. Before we jump into this episode, I want to remind everyone of why you're here. You are here to improve your intimate relationship from the inside out. If you are not here for that reason, we are not going to be of value to you. If you are here for that reason, there is no better place in the world to be. Sweetheart, so before we jump into this episode, what is your intention? Ladies first.
My intention is to help reveal through this episode and through some of the research that we have done what type of prioritization you and your partner might have on the topic of health. We will break it down, we will give you the details, but most importantly, so that you and your partner can get on the same page and at least have an understanding and an orientation of where y'all are.
I thought I was wearing my blue shirt. I thought we were matching. We are not matching.
No.
Okay. So that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. That's not even relevant.
Not even relevant at all.
Sorry about that.
That's cute.
But so the thing that I want to open with is we have the 25 conscious love languages, and one of them is fitness, which I think is really unique. I don't think anyone prior to us, I could be wrong, but I don't think I had never heard it. I don't think anyone prior to us would associate a love language and fitness.
Yeah.
Fitness as a love language. You and I were with your family, your parents' 35-year anniversary, and we went to dinner, and Emilia made a toast, which was hilarious. And she toasted jokingly, she's smiling right now, because she started out with, their anniversary was the next day, and they were like, oh, this is exciting. She remembered our anniversary, 35 years, and she said, I just want to make a toast. And she started explaining all these things, and she said, Alan and I are celebrating 4 years of exercise in a row.
I'm so sorry,
It was hilarious. It was hilarious.
You guys are watching.
It was so funny. And then I jumped in because I couldn't handle the discomfort of the joke, and I said, and we know it's your anniversary tomorrow. So congratulations to them. 35 years of marriage. Unbelievable. And then you proceeded to ask them, what are your top love languages? What would you give advice to other couples?
Yeah.
And they went into a couple. But my point is fitness is a love language. Yeah. I know they've been walking, they've been doing bikes, like they're exercising together now, which is awesome. Now more than ever. So shout out to them.
Yes.
And we believe that is, you and I do our walks, we have weight training, we have adventure racing, we do HIIT training, we do
paddleboarding,
soccer, we do soccer, basketball, right? Swimming.
Yep.
We don't do cartwheels. I mean, we do.
Almost did that.
Yeah, you almost did. We can't. No. How many cartwheels did you get this workout?
How many cartwheels can you do in a mile?
Yeah.
Free throw. All right.
0 before I break my wrists. I'm kidding. So the point that I'm making, though, is you and I's relationship has flourished not just because we feel better and we're healthier, but also on those walks, we talk and we connect. And we go to the gym together and we get to be a team. It brings a whole other dynamic. It's one of my favorite things.
Same.
And
we have consistently said over these last 4 years of celebrating our shared mission with health and exercise that it is hands down one of the best decisions that we've
ever
made.
made. Yeah.
Yep. Because of all the benefits that spin off of it.
Yeah.
And one thing that you had mentioned in our last episode that you referred to, the couples who get fit together, stay together, you had mentioned how a past partner had shared with you at one point vulnerably that you caring for fitness in the way in which you did care, it kind of pulled away from the relationship. And I got really heated in that because the after reflection of that episode, what I want to bring in this one is fitness and health never pulls away from the relationship.
Yeah.
Truly, when we look at it on a bigger scale. And if someone learns how to love health on their own accord proactively, it actually like multiplies the relationship.
It's an investment.
Exactly.
So $1 turns into 2, turns into 4, turns into 8, turns into 16, and it compounds. Health and fitness is the best investment you can make. I believe that is true of everything.
I'll never forget when you told me, you framed this so beautifully that helped change my vantage point of fitness. And at this point, like I had in my world, like loved it more than anyone I knew. We talked about that in the last episode, but I'll never forget when, babe, you had shared muscle is like an investment account. Mm-hmm. I never looked at muscle the same.
Yeah, body comp,
especially
muscle mass.
as a woman, right? So when you shared that with me, it totally changed my world in terms of how much freedom I was kind of allowed and had given myself to reprioritize strength training, for example, as opposed to cardiovascular fitness. So just something that I want to give back to you.
Thank you, sweetheart. And for the ladies out there, this I'm afraid to get bulky thing is holding you back. I am trying to get bulky every day, and I still can't, right? Yeah. I'm joking, I can, but it's not going to happen. Just don't let those mentalities hold you back. So one thing that I want to share right out of the gate here. So we're going to share, I have these pillars. So I was a fitness model, fitness competitor, fitness coach. I did 43 photo shoots. I had dozens of clients that I helped lose weight, gain weight, recomp. And I had 43 photo shoots and 3 fitness competitions. I think I said that
You're so
already.
Cool.
Thank you.
I love you.
Thank you. When we met, I was a fitness coach.
Yeah.
And that was 6 years ago. And I had more than a dozen clients where I lived and breathed fitness every single day. You don't do 43 photo shoots without being ready.
Fun fact, I had, for those of you who are new listeners, when Alan had DM'd me, hey, are you in a relationship? His profile picture was a shirtless
was it?
Version of himself, and I almost nexted him because of it. So if fitness has turned you off because you've met a unreasonable human being that has been so self-focused at the expense of what you believe is quote unquote optimal, then I see you. But stick with us on that, because your fundamental pillars of fitness, I've personally seen transform people's lives. I know that I've been a beneficiary of that, of the first pillar. So I'm so excited for you to share that.
Thank you. Yeah. So fitness it doesn't have to mean, it sometimes does, that someone's vain.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
It was about the craft for me.
Yeah.
And if I'm a fitness coach, I kind of need to have some results here.
For sure.
But anyways, so I'm grateful that didn't turn you off.
So grateful that didn't happen, and shout out to Bianca.
Yeah,
who was like, trust me, like his mind, like you guys would get along real well.
Yeah. She she showed me some audios that you had sent back when your thumb was slipping off it's a whole story. We're not going to get into it. If you're interested in that, the very first episode, we tell our love story. Yeah. And it's crazy, babe. Did you see the post I did recently where it was episode 1 of the Conscious Couples podcast, then it was episode 50, then 100, then 150, then 200.
Amazing.
Crazy, the compound effect. So, the first pillar, sleep. I'm going to give all 7 pillars, and then we're going to go into each of them. All right, so if you are out there and you can write this down, please do. I have spent 11 years dissecting upside down and sideways, health and fitness. These are the 7. All right, I'm very humble about it. These are the 7. All right, Emilia's got some. She broadens it to holistic health. I'm talking physical fitness.
But yes, we're going to hone in on physical fitness.
So for me, I'm going to hone in on physical fitness, and then we're going to broaden it. We're probably going to need a part 3.
We'll see.
I can already tell because we've got 9 minutes on the clock, and I have a
we're
coaching
loving
session.
this.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So number 1 is sleep. Number 2 is hydration. Number 3 is nutrition. Number 4 is training. Number 5 is mobility, also known as pliability. Number 6 is breath work, the way you breathe. And number 7 is supplementation. Now, the fitness industry, as someone who was in it, wants you to believe supplementation is the solution to everything because that's what they can sell you.
Right.
Now, supplements are great, and they're the least important of those 7. So the things you have full control over is sleep, hydration, nutrition, training, mobility, breath work. Supplementation you pay for, so that's what the industry focuses on. All right, so we're going to go through each. We're going to go quick with it, and then I think we're going to have to do a part 3 for some of your stuff, love, because I've done this before. This is a lot.
So instead of rating, I'm going to encourage any couple to the intention that I stated at the very beginning. What level of prioritization is health in your relationship to each element that Alan's focusing on, like we've done with past episodes, green, yellow, or red, instead of going into the numbers just for right now, because this is helpful just to get a pulse on where the prioritization is.
Well, let's do a self-assessment and then do an assessment with your partner. So sit down with your partner, do that. All right, sleep. I'm going to define them. You jump in. We'll go back and forth, but we only got 7 minutes here. So sleep is the quality and quantity of your sleep. Quantity is amount of time in bed. Quality is deep sleep and REM sleep. We use Oura Ring. I'm not selling Oura Rings. Huge advocates. We're not sponsored by Oura. I'm not interested in any of that. What I will say is it's unfreaking believable.
Data.
One of the best investments I've ever made. Yeah. I know you feel the same way. Awesome. End of that. At very least, you have to have something. You don't have to do anything. You should, in my opinion, have something to track your sleep.
Yeah.
Fitbit, Oura, whatever.
The higher quantity or time in bed increases the probability of the total sleep, time of sleep that you'll get, which then has an increased probability on the total time asleep in deep or REM that you'll have. So essentially it's like boom, 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 boom. And that's where you and I focus on, strictly on DEM score, which is something that we won't get into.
Sleep and REM. You have the highest DEM scores of anyone I've ever seen, and I have at least, I want to say, a dozen people tracking DEM at this point, DEM. As someone who was red in sleep, give us something here. When we first met, Emilia was green in a lot of the pillars. Yeah. She was red as hell.
If you're red, your total time in bed is likely like 6.
How many? What was yours in the past?
Mine must have been probably 6 or 7 hours in bed, 5 hours of sleep, and
makes
horrible.
Me so sad for your past self.
Yeah, hence why my brain. I have the history that I have.
The memory challenge
with my brain. Yeah. So
how's your memory now?
Phenomenal, except for the fact that today I have a 2.3
you sent me
DEM scores. Oh, brutal.
She sent it to me in WhatsApp with like a sad face. Yeah. Okay, so sleep. Okay. Again, we're gonna go through these. We'll do a part 3. Hydration. So for me, take your body weight if it's in pounds, and if it's not, convert it to pounds and then do this. Multiply it by 0.6. So for me, whatever 210 is times 0.6. I think I'm 208 now. Perfect. So 208 times 0.6. That's the number of ounces you need per day. Now, the thing I teach people about hydration is you can't do it all at once. No. You don't just drink it all in the morning, pee in the afternoon, and then you're dehydrated all night. You have to always have your hydration on your person. So cheers to that.
Cheers to that. And to that end, I recently had a conversation with a client where it's like, sleep is the number one highest leverage point when it comes to all of this. So if you're drinking right before bed, that's going to impact sleep. So you're kind of undoing it there. So there's little nuances here.
You don't want to wake up all night to pee. So don't drink a ton of water. I would stop drinking water at least an hour before bed, recommended 2 hours before bed. And whatever your pounds weight is right now, multiply it by 0.6, get that in daily ounces. We should all have our own water bottle. Emilia's right over there behind the camera. Mine is actually in my office. Usually it'll
right
always
over
be
there.
on my person, but
Yeah.
I always have hydration on my person. Okay, number 3 is caffeine. I'm joking. I'm kidding. Number 3 is nutrition. This is micros, macros, and calories. Micronutrients are your vitamins and minerals, your greens, leafy vegetables, broccoli, all the stuff that...
I like to say anything that goes in this face hole. There's your nutrition. Everything in there. Drinks, food. Seriously, like I think that's a simple way to focus
I'm trying to
on.
teach micronutrients though. So micronutrients, love?
Don't do what I
Yeah, okay. Honey, macronutrients are carbs, proteins, and fats. Micronutrients are vitamins and minerals. And calories are calorie, which is an unit of energy. We don't have time. I love you guys. I appreciate it. We're going to have to do a part 3. I don't have time.
I know.
I've done this for years.
I know,
And I just
you're
don't have time.
you're going into it.
All right, so
So
nutrition, training's next.
let's end with training.
Nope, we're going to do all of them. We just got to go quick. I got to get through them all.
Part 2.
I have a thing about this.
Honey.
All right, we're going to go quick with it. All right, training. Ready? There's 3 types of training. I know. I'm an overachiever. It is what it is.
I love it.
Okay, there's steady state cardio. There's HIIT training, and there's weight training. Those are the basic 3, and you can do some mergers and stuff, but I think that the most important is weight training. Boom. Awesome.
I'm with you.
Anything you'd like to say
Second
about
is
that?
cardiovascular health.
Yeah.
Third is cartwheeling.
No kidding. All right, next we're going to do mobility. This is joints, ligaments, tendons, foam rolling, massages, long form
therapy.
stretching, physical therapy. It's just anything that hurts that shouldn't hurt. In the gym when you're weight training, there's the good hurt, the burn, and then there's the my shoulder bad hurt, okay? So boom, we're not going to go too much farther into that. Mobility, awesome. Next would be breath work. So no mouth breathing. I'm kidding. Try to breathe through your nose. You do the breath work. You got this.
I feel like I can't comment on these because we're going too fast.
I know.
I don't like it.
I thank you for...
I'm just expressing.
I know. And the next one, we'll go deeper.
Okay.
For the
Sounds
next
good.
16
Sound
episodes.
Yeah, okay. Basic breath work. Where's your breathing? Is it up top chest, in which case you're likely in an activated state, or are you breathing down into your belly button? Picture a balloon blowing up as you inhale. Where's your breath at all times? That is essentially where your nervous system and your level of arousal is.
Okay, and...
Not the sexual type, but that's a whole different chapter.
That's actually the 8th pillar. No, so your nose and mouth. We didn't talk about nose breathing versus mouth breathing.
I don't feel like I have time for it.
Okay. To be continued.
But if you had to choose one, I would encourage you to breathe through your nose, lips shut.
Excellent.
There's so much research underneath that is going to
Yes,
help
there
you
is.
tenfold.
Yes, there is.
And if your relationship is prioritizing mouth breathing over nose breathing, we should definitely talk.
Okay, sounds good. If you have a mouth breathing partner, book a relationship talks coaching session.
Tells me a lot about you.
Yeah. All right, take it easy. All right. I'm a mouth breather sometimes. Anyways, last one is supplementation. Sweetheart, we don't have a ton of time here. It is what it is. We're laughing. Creatine, vitamins and minerals, protein. There's casein and there's whey protein. There's a bunch of different things here.
Herbs.
But ultimately, yes, of course.
Got it.
Caffeine is a supplement. Roots. Okay, you bought
Berries.
the green supplements.
Daily greens.
Yeah, talk to us.
Everything that you need, that your body, your gut microbiome needs in order to help with healthy digestion, but also with everything else that allows your energy cells to be at its fullest potential.
Yeah. So this is what I'm going to end with, okay? Your body has 50 trillion cells. It has anywhere from 83 billion to 100 billion neurons in the brain. And every one of those cells needs water, the molecule H2O, and it needs micronutrients and macronutrients to function. So if you have a factory that has no raw materials, how are you supposed to produce clothing? You have 50 trillion bone cells, brain cells, organ cells, blood cells. I mean, your body cannot function optimally on poor nutrition, and the better you use imagine a factory where the more you use it, the better it gets. Imagine a computer where the more you challenge it, the better it gets. That's the brain and the body.
Yeah.
So again, we're going to do a part 3 because Emilia has a bunch of stuff we weren't able to get to because of my 7 pillars. But at very least, sit down with your partner, write these pillars out, do green, yellow, red for each. Make sure you get on the same page, sweetheart. Anything you want to end
That's a good starting point. The last thing that I would say on this, and we'll bring in the stats for all of you nerds that are joining us for next episode. Whenever you're done rating these green, yellow, red, essentially to round this whole episode out and to honor my intention is whoever has more greens and yellows is the one that's prioritizing health.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's quite obvious, but I just want to make sure that I state that. And the partner that has more reds or reds and yellows is obviously the one that is not prioritizing the health as much as you. And so that's going to create some tension for sure.
And by the way, if your partner has all green, they are delusional. I knew you were going to love that. All right, we got to get going.
I want to give a shout out
Yeah.
to one of our clients. You guys know who you are. I saw in my phone. I think I told you how like WhatsApp automatically downloads the pictures, and I haven't fixed the setting, so that's on me.
Yeah.
But I saw a picture of them. You know who they are. They were both on a treadmill this past weekend because the female in the relationship was finally getting in her time mile, and she did not let the weather get in the way of her honoring her promise to herself. So now they're working out together, and I think that that's just so exciting.
Here's to keeping the small promises you make to yourself and to your partner.
Yay!
Cheers
And
to
making
health.
health a priority.
You know it. Okay, and these are non-alcoholic, by the way. Okay, that's a whole nother conversation.
That would be wild.
Yeah, it would be terrible. It would be an awful
awful.
idea. We'd be wild hypocrites. Okay, real quick. So we have an event coming up, sweetheart. Event number 57, exactly how to roadmap your future together.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
The only thing that I'm going to say on that note that is really important from a logistics standpoint is we're now shifting to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I think that that's really important.
Nice.
The topic in it of itself is roadmapping your future together. What partner doesn't want to have a roadmap together? You need to learn how to do that. So the skills in doing that is what we're going to reveal at this relationship talks
This
event.
is going to be a workshop. Come ready to do the work. Come ideally with a notebook in front of you. Make sure you're on the same page, writing the same chapter of the same book. That's what the thesis is here. Okay, as always, it's not about you or me. It's about the we. We'll talk to you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of the Conscious Couples podcast. We love connecting with the Conscious Couples community, so please check the show notes to connect with us and say hello on social media.
If you and your partner resonated with this episode, please leave us a 5-star review at the link in the show notes and share this with someone you love. Until next time, it's not about you or me, it's about the we. We'll talk to you next time.